I'm Dr. B, your science teacher online. And today, you and I will be taking ourselves through a very simple topic in chemistry, and that is soapy and soapless detergent. Soapy detergents and soapless detergents, sounding quite very funny, but a very interesting topic in chemistry. Now, don't forget that this is Dr. B science classes, and in these very classes, we deal with chemistry, mathematics, biology, and even physics. If you go down memory lane, you see that some videos are in chemistry, some are in physics and mathematics, and even biology. Now, you owe me a duty to simply subscribe to this channel. If this is your first time you are seeing this on your screen. Now, if it's not your first time, you need to share with your friends and groups as well. And then when you share, tell them to subscribe. Subscription is free, nobody charges you. And then you can leave comments as well, leaving questions. We're going to attend to your questions. And again, you can also like and share. Even in Facebook, it's still Dr. B Science Classes. Just ask them to follow, and when these videos come up, they will have the opportunity of seeing them popping up. Alright, today we are going to talk about soapy detergents and soapless detergents. But what are detergents? Because these are products that we use every day at our homes. Detergents. And now we are made to understand that detergents can be soapy or can be soapless. Okay, so but soapy detergents are what you call soaps. Okay, so what you call soap, basically soap, are soapy detergents. And then we have soapless detergents. Now, any substance that has the potency of cleaning an object can be classified as a detergent. Do you know that? Do you know that any substance that has a potency, has the potential, has the ability to clean an object is classified as a detergent? Now, you must also understand the fact that the word detergent did not just come. It is a Latin word known as detergere. Okay, so detergere is a Latin word that represents detergent and is coined from what we can say to clean away. Alright, so if we agree that detergere simply means to clear away or to clean away, then it is not out of place when we say any substance that has the ability to do what? To clean an object should be known as a detergent. Alright, now we need to understand that detergents are quite very stronger than soap, and this is because detergent possesses what we call surfactants. Surfactant is the major product of detergents. And as surfactants, they have the ability to allow oil or grease or dirt to do what? To mix with water, to form what is technically called emulsions. So you can have water in oil emulsion, or you can have oil in water emulsion. Now, ordinarily know that oils or dirt cannot do what? Cannot mix with water. So to separate them from your fabric is difficult in ordinary water. And to be able to allow homogeneity to take place where the oil has the ability to dissolve in the water, it needs a surfactant. And that surfactant is the major product of a detergent. And that is why detergents wash very clean. Now, when we talk about soapy detergents can also be called soaps. Okay, you can call soapy detergents as soaps. And they are simply product of saponification. And of course, you know that saponification has to do with what? Has to do with the production of soap out of what? Out of the mixture of simple alkali with long chain fatty acids. So when you mix fatty acids, okay, like oleic acids or palmitic acid, for example, or stearic acid, for example, when you mix this long chain fatty acids with alkali, you will definitely be getting what is called soap. Now, soapy detergents, as the name implies, are simply sodium or potassium salts of long chain carboxylic acids. And this is a typical example of a soapy detergent. So this can be referred to as a soapy detergent. This can be referred to as a soapy detergent because it is simply it's simply a sodium or potassium salt of a long chain carboxylic acids. Carboxylic acids are from fats or oils, and like I said, they can be either palmitic, they can either be oleic or stearic acids. Now these are what you can use to produce a soapy detergent, and a soapy detergents are simply sodium or potassium salts of long chain carboxylic acids, and that is why the end or the ionic part of the soap of a soapy detergent is carrying a carboxylate ion. Okay, so these are soapy detergents. All right, so most of the soaps that you use, most of the laundry soaps that you use, some of the soft soaps that we use, that is the bathing soap or toilet soaps that you use, are basically soapy detergents. That is what you should know. That the laundry soap you use as bar soaps to wash, do your washing, and then the toilet soap you use are classified as soapy detergents or soap. So when you see someone talk about soap or refer to soap as a soapy detergent, know that the person is not making a mistake, because it is a sodium or potassium salt of long chain carboxylic acids with ionic heads that are actually carboxylate ions. Now these soaps that you use, these soapy detergents that you use as soap, whether laundry or toilet soaps, are classified into two. And the first classification is that they are either hard soap or they are soft soap. Alright, so soapy detergents or soap, as you commonly know it, is either going to be a hard soap or it's going to be a soft soap. And if a soapy detergent or soap, as you know it, is a hard soap, that means it is a laundry soap. All laundry soaps are soapy detergents. And they are made from only sodium salt of long chain saturated acids. And that is why we call them hard soaps. They are made from sodium salts of saturated acids. They are only for laundry, like the bar soaps that you use for laundry. And then the soft soaps are the toilet soaps that are made from only potassium salts of unsaturated acids. Remember that in our earlier classes we have discussed hydrocarbons. We talk about the alkanes, alkenes, and alkynes. And in that class, we mentioned that alkanes are saturated hydrocarbons, while alkenes and alkynes are unsaturated hydrocarbons. So when we talk about saturated acids, that is saturated fatty acids or unsaturated fatty acids, we are talking about acids that are with single bonds and acids that have double or triple bonds. So it means that laundry soaps, which are hard soaps, are made from sodium salt of a single bond hydrocarbon or hydrocarbonic acids, while the toilet soaps are made from potassium salts of what? Of double bond or triple bond acids. So you see that it's not just about the soap that you know. In chemistry, these soaps are classified. So when you are using soap to bath or using soap to wash, understand the fact that this soap you are using either belongs to a hard soap or belongs to what? To a soft soap. And if it belongs to a hard soap or soft soap, it is also called soapy detergent. It is made from either sodium salt of saturated acids for the hard soap or toilets or laundry soaps, or it is made from potassium salts of what? Unsaturated acids, that is the toilet soap, which you use in bathing, at times also in washing. Okay, so that is soapy detergent. Now soapy detergent is basically made of carboxylate ion. Now soapy detergents are not as strong as soapless detergents. Soapless detergents are what you commonly know as detergent. The powdered detergent, which you know. Those are soapless detergents. Okay, now soapy detergents are made up of what? In fact, both soapy detergents and soapless detergents are made up of they are made up of a hydrophobic tail and a hydrophilic head. The hydrophilic head is called an ionic head. So both these parts, that you have here, these parts facing this way are the ionic head, and they are hydrophilic in nature. Hydrophilic means they are water loving. And then this other side you have this way is made up of the hydrophobic end, which ordinarily these sides are basically hydrocarbon. Now the difference between this soapy detergent and the soapless detergent is that the soapy detergent hydrophobic end is made up of just hydrocarbon, while this one is made up of what? Of an alkyl group. This is an alkyl group. The alkyl group can be a methyl group or even an ethane group, an ethyl group. So now, what is very important about this soapy detergent and the soapless detergent? What makes the soapless detergent very important compared to the soapy detergent is because these ends, which are the ionic heads, that of the soapy detergent, which is soap that you commonly know, cannot be effective in hard water. Take for example, you use rainwater in washing your clothes. If you use a toilet soap or you use a laundry soap in washing, you will notice that that water will form scums. It forms scums with the soap. This is because because soapy detergent is not really comfortable with hard water. It forms scum because of the reaction of the carboxylate ion that you see here with the calcium ion that is found in hard water. Remember, we have hard water and soft water. Hard water is basically calcium and magnesium sulfate ions in them, while soft water is the presence of calcium and magnesium carbonate ions in them. So the soft water, the soapy detergent, which is the normal soap, which is your toilet soaps and the laundry soaps, can easily wash out stains from this soft water because soft water contains the carbonates of calcium and magnesium. So there is carboxyl ion here that can easily do what? Can easily allow the dissolution of the carbonates of calcium and magnesium in soft water. But that is not possible with hard water. And that is the advantage of soapless detergent, which is the normal detergent that you know. Now, the soapless detergent contains a sulfonate ion. Do not forget that it is the sulfonates of calcium and magnesium that makes water hard. So it is quite easier for this particular soapless detergent to wash off stains in hard water without forming scum. So the presence of the sulfate ion or sulfonate ion that you have here in soapless detergent will not allow the proper binding of calcium or magnesium ion to it. Hence, it dissolves it very easily. Therefore, the soapless detergent, normal detergent, can be able to give you a perfect washing and cleansing in both hard water and soft water. And that is why you see so many people appreciate using soapless detergent in washing. Because if you use soapless detergent in washing, it doesn't form scum with water because the sulfonate ion cannot allow a proper binding of the calcium and magnesium ion, to themselves. So this is why soapless detergent is much better than the soapy detergent, which is the soap that we know. So you can see that there is much to the soaps that you use, there's mostly detergent that you use. You don't just, they don't just pick detergent and start using it in washing. Okay, you appreciate the fact that detergent forms foams. It foams very well. It does not form scum, okay, of calcium on top of the water. Helps allow for wastage of soap. So you choose to use detergent. But today, this is the chemistry. The chemistry behind why you choose to use that detergent instead of soap in washing, especially when it is hard water. It is simply because the detergent, which is a soapless detergent, can easily be effective in both hard water and soft water. But soapy detergent is effective only in soft water because it forms scum with calcium in hard water, since it is possessing only the carboxylate ion. It does not have the sulfonate ion. I'm sure that we have discussed something much here. And the common detergents that we use every day, that is the common soapless detergent we use every day is something like alkyl benzene sulfonate. In fact, that is the most common soapless detergent that we use every day in its powder form. When you go and buy Wow, Omo, Cleanse, and all the stuff, alright, it's a question of color and a question of fragrance and all those. The major thing that builds that detergent is the alkyl benzene sulfonate, and that belongs to the soapless detergent. And why you buy it is because it is effective both in hard water and soft water. It doesn't form scum because of the presence of the sulfonate ion, which does not allow the condensation or the binding of calcium and magnesium ion in the process of washing, allowing for what? Allowing for an easy removal of the stain from your material or fabric, forming a better oil in water emulsion. I wouldn't want to talk much about this, but I'm sure that today you have an idea about what soaps you use, what they are, that the soaps you use are basically called soapy detergents, and that the other detergent which you buy in sachet in powder form mostly is called soapless detergent. Today you have also learned what makes a soapy detergent, and then what also makes a hard soap or laundry soap, and what makes a soft soap or toilet soap, and also what makes what? A soapless detergent, and why soapless detergents are better than the soapy detergent. It's been a very wonderful period having this very class with you. I'm sure you've learned much already. You read more to understand better. Now you need to understand that you have to subscribe to this channel. Help me in doing the subscription. When you send it out to people, you share it to people. Tell them to subscribe. Subscription is absolutely free. No one charges you. And then in my Facebook is also Dr. B Science Classes.